Everyone, welcome back to channel my JE Physics. Hope everybody doing good. So now I come up with a very good question related to rotational mechanics. So it's almost like an Atwood machine but a different combination. So usually in this type of questions, usually pulley will rotate. Okay, so blocks will go up and down and we need to find out the acceleration. But here they have given weird combination that they kept a cylinder. Okay, the cylinder is fixed, so inside blue color one is cylinder, this is cylinder. Okay, now on top of it there is a ring and there is a friction between cylinder and ring. Okay, so coefficient of friction also given, which is mu, and on top of the ring string goes. Okay, and the string is not slipping on the ring, so I think that is missed in the question. The statement string does not slip on the ring. Okay, so this is also other condition we need to take. So ultimately they are asking what is the acceleration of block. Okay, na? So this is the question. So please try this and come back for the solution. So we need to find out acceleration of A or B, anything we have to find out. Okay, so I am writing it. Find acceleration of B. Okay, so let us go to the question diagram once. So here they have given the 5m block and this is 2m block. So 5m and 2m are the values given. So we know very fundamental knowledge, 5 mg weight, 2 mg will act. Okay, first we apply whatever very regular and common. So as pulleys in rotation or moving. Okay, pulley is also pulley means here what is that? Ring is having the mass, so tensions would be different. Obviously this is T1 and T1, so here tension should be T2 and T2. Okay, now I think in neutral laws of motion you have taken the same tension in the entire string. Why? Because their pulleys are massless usually, so that's why we take the same tension. But once it comes to rotation, pulleys will carry some mass. Okay, na? So that rotating body will carry the mass, so definitely there will be some torque, unbalanced torque will be acting on it, so that's why tensions will differ. Okay, so these are the some fundamental forces I applied. Let us go with the acceleration of B is A, then definitely A also will have the same acceleration because both are connected direct. Okay, now one end of the string is connected to B, other end of the string connected to A, no other confusing combination. It's direct passing, string will pass over the ring. Okay, so that's why they will have the same acceleration. You can say that on the right side, if it is gone by x distance downward, then A block will go by x distance upward. It's a direct constant equation. So then I can write down the fundamental equations related to motion of B and A. So I can write down 5mg minus T1 is equal to 5ma, and it is going upward, A is going upward, so T2 minus 2mg is equal to 2ma. So these are the two equations by directly using the Newton's laws of motion. Net force is equal to mass into acceleration. Now coming back to how to treat the ring. Okay, so this is very important thing. So entire question, the solving of question lies here only. So this is only the beauty of the question. So now on the cylinder, okay, ring is there. Okay, so whenever you are keeping a ring on the cylinder, so definitely the ring will be in contact with a single point. Okay, na? So ring will be in contact with a single point. Okay, so even if you are having the confusion over here, even if you are taking the multiple contacts, at multiple contacts multiple normal reactions will act and multiple friction forces will act. So then what I am doing is I am taking a resultant of all the normal reactions, okay, and resultant of all the friction forces I am taking as Fr. So ultimately I am taking a single point contact, okay, where normal reaction friction force will act. This is on the ring by the cylinder, so that I don't know at what place they will act, so that's why I'm taking randomly theta. So theta is unknown to us, and normal reaction and frictional force are given as it is because I'm taking that the ring is rotating in clockwise sense. as the ring is rotating clockwise sense, then B block will come down, A block will go up. So hope you understood all these correlations, right? So as it is, ring is rotating on the cylinder, it's something like in a slipping. A ring slips on the cylinder, but string is not slipping on the ring. So try to understand, this is also. String does not slip. String does not slip on the ring. See, ring and string will move together, but ring is slipping on the cylinder. Okay, so as it is slipping directly, we can write down Fr is equal to, okay, na? Mu into normal direction. So friction, kinetic friction I wrote as Fr. So resultant friction you can say, friction you can say, you can name it as any way, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now let us go with the ring case. Okay, na? If I am talking about ring, so what are the forces acting? First of all, I talk about the rotation of the ring. Rotation of the ring I am talking about. Then T1 will act on the ring and T2 will act here. So both T1, T2 both are tangential, and one more force is acting, that is friction. Okay, na? So Fr is acting. So all will have the perpendicular distance of R only. Clear? So then if I take T1 will try to rotate in clockwise. T1 torque is clockwise only, but friction and T2 will create the torque in opposite sense. They will create the torque in opposite sense. Then what is the net torque acting? Because we have taken the sense clockwise. Ultimately ring is rotating in clockwise sense, so clockwise torques are positive, anti-clockwise torques are negative. So then net torque I can write down T1 into R minus Fr into R minus T2 into R. So I think all of you understood why I have taken the T1 into R positive, F into R and T2 into R is negative. Why? Because they are opposite to our assumed sense. We are assuming that clockwise sense is ring rotation, then clockwise torques are positive, anti-clockwise torques are negative. So should be equal to I alpha. So I can write down one more equation now. T1 minus Fr minus T2 into R is equal to moment of inertia of the ring mr square into alpha. Okay. So then R will cancel out. Then T1 minus Fr minus T2 is equal to mr alpha. So this is one more equation. If you want, you can name the equations 1 and 2. Now I'm going with the third equation. Okay. Yeah. So here there is no slipping. As there is no slipping, if it is A, then this point acceleration should be R alpha on the ring, because what is that? R is the perpendicular distance. Okay, na? Alpha is the what is the angular acceleration of the ring. So then if I take point on the string point will have the A acceleration, something like this. Ring will have the R alpha acceleration, point on the string will have the A acceleration. As there is no slipping, A should be equal to R alpha. A very famous condition for rotation. Okay, no? So then T1 minus F into R minus T2 is equal to MA. Here I have seen that so many students writing always A is equal to R alpha. Please don't write down that always A is equal to R alpha. All of you have to concentrate on the contact points. Their contact points acceleration should be same, or velocity should be same for no slipping condition. So you see what are the accelerations of contact points or what are velocities of contact points, you make them equal. So don't blindly go with A is equal to R alpha. Okay. So I got the third equation also. Okay, na? So as I'm getting we finished with rotation of the ring. Now we see that translatory equilibrium, like ring is not moving forward or backward or upward or downward. That means net force acting on the ring should be 0, right? So let us go with the net force acting on the ring. So for that what I'm doing is I'm taking a vertical here, and then this angle should be theta. So then I can make two components of normal reaction. So n cos theta and n sin theta. So hope you are understanding, right? And then similarly, so F makes an angle 90 minus theta, because F and normal reaction should be perpendicular. This is 90 minus theta. Then I can make components of F, okay? Then that is F cos theta and F sin theta. So you can check with this angle will be theta. Okay, na? So F cos theta and F sin theta. Now you can balance all the equations here. So horizontally the forces acting on the ring is n sin theta, rightward force, and the leftward force will become F cos theta. So hope you are able to see both the forces. this is one equation. One more equation I can write down, that is F sin theta upward force even n cos theta upward force is equal to downward forces are mg, weight of the ring, plus T1 is acting and T2 is also acting downward. So these are the two equations I think crucial to solve the question. Why? Because remaining three equations we know. So most of the times we are writing the remaining three equations, block equation and rotation of the pulley equation we write down. So these are the two equations which will make the difference in this question. So we are solving this question entirely to understand this fourth and fifth equation only. Okay, so now we have in front of us 5 equations, and how many unknowns are there? T1, T2, okay, and F and normal reaction. Okay, so these are the 4 unknowns along with the 5th unknown A, which we need to find out. So 5 unknowns and 5 equations. So ultimately we have to solve for A value, acceleration of the B block we require. So I hope from here you will try it. Okay, I also solve it. If you have any doubt, you can come back and check the solving of these 5 equations. Okay, so now what I do is I calculate first 1, 2 and 3. First, second and third I am going to add, so that T1, T2 will be eliminated. Okay, now first, second and third if I am adding, first equation, second and third equation if I am adding, then I will get minus T1, T2, T1 minus T2 will cancel out. So I think all of you are able to see. Okay, these 3 equations I am going to solve. Then 5mg minus 2mg minus Fr on the left side. Okay, on the left side what will left? 5mg minus 2mg minus Fr will left. Okay, na? And on the right side it will be addition, 5 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, it is 8 MA. Okay, na? So it is 3mg minus Fr is equal to 8 MA. So now I am talking about purely Fr value. What is the Fr value? I will get 3 mg minus 8 MA. So let us going to use, let us see this Fr use later. So we are keeping aside. Now I am taking the fourth equation. If I go with the fourth equation, n sin theta is equal to Fl, I can write down mu into n cos theta. Then n and n cancel out, then mu value will become tan theta. Okay, na? So this also we are going to use. So like this we are making each and every variable. Out of 5 variables we are going to remove 4 variables, and ultimately we want to keep the A value, acceleration value. Okay, so here I need to eliminate T1 plus T2. T1 plus T2 I want to eliminate. So for that what I am going to do is fifth equation. Fifth equation is also a crucial equation for us. For T1 plus T2 I will take the first and second equation. If I take the first and second equation, 2 minus 1, I will go with the 2 minus 1. If I go with the 2 minus 1, so second equation is T2 minus 2mg. Okay, na? T2 minus 2mg minus of first equation 5mg minus T1 is equal to I can write down 2mA minus 5mA. Okay, na? Just verify this equation, first and second, just subtract. So I suggest that you try this one yourself. Okay, this is minus 7mg is equal to minus 3mA. So that means T1 plus T2 value I'll get now. So T1 plus T2 value will be 7mg minus 3mA. So I got T1 plus T2 value. So now I'm going to apply this T1 plus T2 value in the fifth equation. At the same time I want to convert everything in terms of normal reaction. Friction also I want to convert into normal reaction. So F sin theta plus n cos theta is equal to, so this will be the gateway for solving the acceleration finally. Now we will keep everything here. Okay, so F value, in the place of F value I can write down n sin theta by cos theta. So this is n sin theta by cos theta into sin theta plus n cos theta. So no need to solve like this. Maybe I think you people are very good at in solving mathematics than me. My mathematics is not that much good, I feel. Okay, 7mg minus 3mA. So I solve what is that classical way, solving of all equations. Maybe you are finding a little easy way also. So please let me know in the comment section if you found any easy way to solve it. Okay, So but I'm solving the very standard way, okay, so that everybody can understand. So this is sin square theta, go with the LCM, then cos square theta also will come. By cos theta is equal to, this is 8 mg minus 3 MA. Okay, so finally this is n by cos theta, so n is equal to cos theta into 8 mg minus 3 MA. Okay, this is n value I got. So why I found n value? Because if I know n value and I know friction value, now I can relate these two by using the coefficient of friction mu value. Okay, so Fr and n value I know, right? So Fr is equal to, I can write down mu into n. So this is the what idea I got it. So according that I am doing, which is 3 mg minus 8 MA. So 3 mg minus 8 MA is equal to mu into normal reaction, which is 8 mg minus 3 MA into cos theta. So mu value I can write down as tan theta. You can go in any way, that's not a problem. Okay, it's a simple mathematics. Already we applied the physics whatever we require. So tan theta into cos theta, it will be sin theta into 8 mg minus 3 MA. Why I am finding in terms of sin theta? Because we know tan theta is equal to mu, then sin theta value will become mu by root of 1 plus mu square, so which they have given as gamma in the question. See once, that's why I am doing all these things. Okay, na? So this is the gamma term I was given. I think you observed while reading the question. So now everything I am changing in terms of gamma. Okay, na? So then I think we got it. 8 MA is equal to this gamma into 8 mg minus 3 MA, right? So then we can write down 8 gamma minus 3 into mg is equal to, you can write down 8 minus 3 gamma into MA. So just arrange the terms. Okay, I think I made a mistake in negative. This is minus 8 gamma plus 3, correct. So take the 8 times of gamma into mg on the left side, 8 MA on the right side. Okay, then m goes off. Then what is the acceleration of any block? The acceleration of any block is 3 minus 8 gamma into g by 8 minus 3 gamma. Okay, this is the required acceleration. So if you found any easy way to solve these 5 equations, please let me know in the comment section. So you are always welcome to express your views and your doubts. Okay, so I try to spend my own time on this to clarify your doubts, and you can mail your doubts on same myjephysics@gmail.com. okay, so all suggestions and doubts are welcome. Thank you so much, and if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it with your friends also. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. We'll meet with the next